a person who is a little sleepy, and because in Russian language have special name for him.
A sleepy person?
Yeah, a sleepy
Hmm.
who can't pay attention to anything. Because I'm in this mood now. I don't know why. Maybe because
Oh.
of the weather. Yeah, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
disfocused, or I don't know how to say it. I can't pay attention to anything. I want to sleep.
Yeah. Well, we'll take it nice and slow.
Mhm.
Well, there's lots of words. You can be in a gloomy mood.
Mhm. Mhm.
A gloomy mood. That's
Mhm.
when it's always gray outside and
Mhm. Mhm.
maybe a little rainy, and
Mhm.
you might be, of course, feeling lazy
Mhm.
or sleepy. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
everyone
Yeah,
gets like that.
it started yesterday, and I'm in this mood now, so I'm okay. I have have a good mood. I don't know how to say it right, but I'm so lazy. I can't pay attention to anything that around me, and I'm just like I would sit there. I don't
I get
know.
like
I don't
that.
want. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, and the only thing that feels good is junk food.
yeah.
Mhm,
I agree with
mhm.
you.
Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Did you warm up before class? Sometimes
Mm.
just stretching will put you in a better mood.
Oh, let's try.
Ah. Get that face going. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so wee.
Wee.
Way and bring it in.
Woo.
There you go. See, that feels good, huh?
Yeah, I hope.
And I hate doing this, but yeah, I'm like, I gotta go, because it
Mm.
looks so horrible. Ah, mm.
Yeah.
I guess you could do it this way.
Mm,
It's more ladylike.
I like to massage my cheeks. I don't know why, but they hurt so much while doing all these
I
pronunciation
know.
exercises.
Well, having the braces in your mouth, I'm sure, also
Yeah,
complicates things.
yesterday my dentist, just pulled them tighter, and yeah, they're a little bit painful
Mm.
now, but it's okay. I think I'm already used to this pain. It's part of
Okay.
me. Yeah.
I know. I know. I've been there, done that. Okay, today let's be aware of what your tongue is doing today. So
Mm-hmm.
let's just feel, encourage these sensations in your tongue, so you have like, so your brain is aware.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know, you can open up my screen if you want to.
Uh-huh.
Uh, uh, Rub the back of your teeth with the tip of your tongue, just the tip of your tongue.
Uh-huh.
Uh, uh, yeah. Now let's try
Eh,
and let's
eh,
get the tongue relaxed down.
mm,
Ah.
eh,
That's the
eh.
hardest thing, yeah, for a
Mhm.
Slavic speaker to get that tongue relaxed.
Eh.
Ah, Oh, very good. Yeah. Ah. Okay. I sent you the reading. Let me get it.
Uh,
Baby boomer
yes,
reading.
yeah, but it was not a reading. It was some exercises there,
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah, but they're
yeah,
just questions and answers,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
thought to encourage conversation, to go over different sounds
and you've just sent
and
me this video because you didn't send it
Yes.
before. Yeah, I didn't manage to watch it, but I want to.
Okay. Well,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Do you want to watch it?
Yeah, yeah. It's a short video,
Okay.
about 2 minutes. I think I could watch it right now.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and I'll wait for you. Hopefully it'll connect through.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The baby boomers of the world retirement, but many of them continue to generation famous for rewriting the rules, now reshaping the twilight of their lives. Here's the situation. Older Americans, there are practical reasons. Any retirement age home yet rising medical costs are a big factor. Some simply can't afford a full education, while others aren't willing to give up enriching careers for golf courses and bingo. And compounding the issue has been the gradual privatization of retirement programs. In the 1970s, employers began to offer 401ks in place of pensions with guaranteed benefits. 401ks that were invested heavily in the stock market lost much of their value during economic downturns. Here's the argument. Americans are starting retirement with little savings, and that means Americans work more than most other wealthy nations. 18% of Americans over the age of 65 are still working. That's in contrast to 6% in Germany, 10% in the UK, and 22% in Japan. But affording retirement is not just an American problem. The world's birth rate is declining. That means fewer workers and fewer people contributing to pension programs. With aging population worldwide, governments fear that pension programs could become insolvent without a robust workforce, so many seniors are being encouraged to stay on the job. In 2011, the UK abolished its default retirement age of 65. Most people now work as long as they want. A new reality is taking hold. When asked what age they expect to hang up their hats, 10% of American baby boomers said never.
Jail, are you here?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. I'm here.
I think I don't know. I don't get right this baby boomer. Who are these people? Because in
Oh,
Russia,
good.
boomers are those who has a lot of children, just two, three,
Oh, well,
five.
it's kind of like that. Good
Uh-huh.
question, though. A baby boomer. Um, I'm considered a baby boomer. I was born the last year of the baby boomer era,
Mm-hmm.
and those are people that were born um, post World War II,
Ah.
up to 1962, which
Uh-huh.
was the year I was born. And after World War II, when all the soldiers came back home, they
Mm-hmm.
started having babies like crazy. There was a
Mm-hmm.
in the baby population,
Mm-hmm. I see.
and so we're called baby
Mm-hmm.
boomers. Now there's
Yeah.
been other generations called Generation X, Generation Y, and I can't keep track of all the different generations.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm considered a baby boomer
Mm-hmm.
generation.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
And
Well, interesting.
yeah, according to the video, they had some not profits, but advantages and yeah, profits from their jobs.
Mhm.
Did they oh, it's difficult for me to say it in English. Did
Mhm.
they get some profits from their jobs? Maybe some low taxes, fees, payments.
Oh,
Yeah. Or
well, yeah, retirement benefits, and we'll go over that in the lesson.
okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but the first part of the lesson, we're going to be reading the different sentences and going over a few sounds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go over the sound, the sound, ah,
Ah.
ah,
Uh, uh-huh.
and oh, not
Oh.
oh, but oh, oh,
Oh.
oh, oh,
Oh.
oh, oh.
Ah. Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and or. So let's start with because you have problems with or, or.
Or.
Yeah, that's
Or
hard, huh? But remember the
yeah.
relaxed tongue.
Or
Or, yeah, your
and
tongue is
maybe
up.
some
Or.
examples. Could you give me
Uh-huh.
examples of the words? Because it's difficult for me to understand pronunciation.
That's okay. Let's look
Uh-huh.
at the first sentence has the word your, and that's hard because you have the yeah, which is made with the
Yaw,
back of your tongue,
yaw.
and you need to
Uh-huh.
make your think about your tongue going down.
Uh-huh.
So what I'd like you to do,
Yaw,
yeah, what I'd like you
yaw.
to do, let me get back to my
Sorry.
video. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking.
What I
Uh-huh.
what I'd like you to do is close your eyes and feel your tongue go up to the roof of your mouth and then drop it down, up and down. And that's so we have yo, which is open,
Yaw, yaw.
your,
Uh-huh.
your.
Yaw,
And can you feel your tongue
yaw,
moving? Your,
yaw.
your.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yaw, yaw,
Your,
yaw.
your,
Yaw,
your. This
yaw.
is this is your this is your I'm trying to think of what to say after your. This is your I need more, more, more.
More,
So your
more,
tongue is just slightly touching the back.
more,
More. But don't keep
more,
it there. We want to relax.
more,
Relax.
more,
More.
more,
Uh-huh. More.
more,
Might help to do this.
more,
More. Because we don't want
more.
the kissy lips. No kissy lips.
Uh-huh.
More.
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 So,
See, my lips are barely moving.
let me ask you. My tongue
Hmm.
is go. First of all, it's near the teeth. Right here. Then
More.
it go
Uh-huh.
back, and then it's
More.
relaxed. Right?
That sounds too complicated. Let me look at my
Yeah.
face here. More.
More.
More. See my tongue? It's just kind of
Yeah.
floating there in the air.
Yeah.
It's not doing I'm not doing I'm not
Uh-huh.
doing that, yeah. So yeah, click on my video so you
Yeah.
can see me
I'm
better.
looking
I'll
at
get my
you.
nice and close.
More.
More,
Or
more. And
more.
so my tongue is just
More.
going,
More.
yeah, more,
More.
more.
More. More.
Yeah, there you
More.
go, more. So
Uh-huh.
if you if you do this more,
Mm-hmm.
more,
More.
that'll tell your brain
More.
to bring the tongue down. More.
More.
Okay, now
More.
you get to see my ugly teeth. Okay. Uh, See it just going
Oh,
boop,
yeah.
more,
More.
more,
More.
more,
More.
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 Mhm.
More. More.
Okay, so
And my tongue is already tired.
yeah. Make sure you click on your
More.
video so you
More.
can watch yourself, not just me. Okay. Okay, let's go back. I'll read the sentence and then I'll have you read it. So listen carefully. Try closing your
Sorry,
eyes.
I don't open. What should I open?
Oh, the
Uh,
EXL brains. Here, I'll send it
uh,
to you.
yeah.
Right here. There
Yeah.
you go.
Sorry. Today I'm a little bit lazy. With crummy mood, everything.
That's okay. We're just going nice and slow, just with a few
Yeah.
sounds, okay? No
Yeah.
problem.
It's opened. Yeah.
Yeah. And going slow and easy is a lot more. That's your
More.
word for today, more.
More. More.
It's a lot more satisfying. It's when you go slower, it's easier to learn and you'll actually learn faster.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so number 1, do people who retire get a state pension in your country?
Do people who retire get a state pension in your country? In
That was
your
good. I
country?
liked your. Mhm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Let's work on retire. It's like
Retire.
YUR. Retire. Retire.
Retire. Retire.
Good. That's
Retire.
good. Yeah.
Retire.
Let me write that for you. Would you rather have your notes in Skype or in Google Hangouts?
Oh, okay for me both.
Let's do Skype just because it's
Uh-huh.
easier to keep the notes. So we have
Yeah.
retire, retire, tire,
Yeah.
retire.
Retire. Retire.
Hmm?
Retire. I said
Good. That was
retire.
excellent.
Retire.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we were taught to use this IRE ending to pronounce it in a different way. It was like
Oh.
without any R sound, just another
Oh,
pronunciation.
no.
Yeah,
IRE is always IRE or
yeah,
so we could do a tire, fire, same thing.
fire,
Tire, fire,
retire, fire,
same sound.
uh-huh,
Liar.
liar, liar,
Even
liar,
liar is spelled differently, but it's the same sound.
uh-huh,
Liar.
liar.
Um, crier.
Crier, crier,
Very
crier,
good. That's excellent.
crier,
hmm
crier. Same.
Okay. So listen to me. Say it again. Do
Mm-hmm.
people? We're going to do. Let's do word clusters. Okay. Do
Mm-hmm.
people who retire get
Sorry.
a?
Sorry.
That's okay. That's
Uh-huh.
okay. So I'm going to do word clusters. Do
Uh-huh.
people who retire get a state pension in your country? Notice that you sometimes we say your and sometimes we say your. When we say your, it's usually in a group of words.
Uh-huh.
Unless I'm really trying to emphasize that something belongs to you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is this yours?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then I would say your. But for the word your, if you said, where is my pencil? I would say,
Mm-hmm.
it's in your bag. Then I would say your. Oh, it's in
Yeah.
your bag. No problem.
It's in your back here. Yeah.
So
And
two ways to say
could
that.
you please write for me this short way of your like which sounds should we say?
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
this transcription you write
So
me.
your, I'm doing it for you. Your would be to emphasize. Do you know what
Mm-hmm.
emphasize means?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So that would be the yo your like that.
Your,
Your.
yeah, I see.
And
Your,
then your would be when you speak it quickly, not emphasize, let's say.
mm-hmm,
Emphasized, I can't spell. Not emphasized. Yeah. So your is when I'm speaking about you.
mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
if I said the pencil is in your the pencil is in your bag, the topic of the sentence is about the pencil and the bag,
uh-huh,
right? It's
uh-huh.
not about you, it's about the pencil.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So in sentence number 1, what is
Uh,
the topic of the sentence?
estate pen, the people, estate pension.
Mhm,
Yeah, estate pension is the topic of the
mhm.
sentence.
Yeah, so it's not about you. So that's why we
Yeah,
say your country,
your country,
your
uh,
country, Y-E-R, your.
your country, your country, your country,
Okay.
your country.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. So let's practice just your. So click on me.
Your, uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
your.
yeah,
I barely
yeah,
move. Your.
yeah.
I'm not saying or.
Uh-huh.
No, or think of it as Y-E-R. Your.
Yeah,
Your.
yeah, yeah,
Your.
yeah, yeah,
Your.
yeah.
What are things that actually have the sound? C. La, 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 la. Well, we could just practice with sound. Burr, der, lur.
Burr, burr, burr,
Sure,
burr.
sure. Do you
Sure.
want to go out to eat? Sure.
Sure.
There
And
you go.
sorry, it's like, how do you pronounce this sure? Like sure, not
Sure.
sure.
Well, you could say sure,
Uh-huh,
but
sure,
oftentimes
sure.
we say sure, 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 sure.
Uh-huh. I see, I see. Mm-hmm.
Like
Sure,
Sherman. That's a
sure,
name. Sherman is a
sure.
name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're. It's like a
Yeah,
whole new
yeah,
word.
yeah.
You're.
Yeah,
So don't
sure,
think of it.
sure,
Don't think of it with
sure.
the O. Mm-mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
No, just
Yeah,
Y-E-R.
yeah,
You're.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Open
yeah.
your mouth. Ah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, one more time. Sam, I'd like you to read this in word clusters, please.
Mm-hmm. Do people who retire
Hmm?
get a state pension in your country?
Good, good. Let's try retire. You're having a hard time with your,
Retire.
and that's okay. We
Yeah.
can keep working on
Retire.
that.
Who
I'm not going
retire?
to beat a, but I am. Here's your idiom for today. I'm not going to beat a dead horse.
Better that horse. Uh-huh, I see. Yeah.
So, like I said, nice and easy today. Okay, so can you answer the question? Which one of these answers do you think fits best?
State pension. Do people that get a state pension in your country? Just a second. I think it's E. In my country, women and men. Oh no, not sorry. Two
No,
people
that's
who
when they retire.
yeah get a pension in your country. Um. Yes. Just a second, please. Mm,
Hmm.
um. Maybe it's F. Get a man from
That's
country.
right.
Yeah.
Good.
Unfortunately, you don't get any money from the government. You have to
Hmm.
save throughout your life. You have to
That was
save
very
throughout your life. Uh-huh. And
good.
how do you pronounce government?
Ah, good question.
Yeah,
Government.
government.
Some people
Government.
might say government, but that's too many consonants.
Uh-huh.
Government. Just take the end.
Government.
Just
Government.
ignore the end. Government.
Government. Government. Government.
Good. Good.
Government.
Okay, so unfortunately, you said that very well, by the way.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
you
Unfortunately.
don't get.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. I'm going to bring you back to here.
Uh-huh.
That's okay. You don't get. You don't get.
You don't get. You don't get. You don't get.
Good. I like that flap T on the get because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
We're not completing the T, are we? You don't
Mm-hmm.
get. You
You
don't get
don't get.
any
You don't get any
money
money
from the government.
from the government.
Hmm? Good.
Uh-huh.
You have to. You have
Yeah.
to. You might say you have to, or you have to. Lots of times we say have to. Have
Have
to.
to. You have to. You have to.
Yeah,
You
let me
have.
write that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Have to often is said have to. Have to. Have to.
Have to. Have to. You
Mhm.
have to. Mm-hmm.
You have to save
You
throughout.
have. You have to save throughout. Throughout. Throughout.
Okay, let's do the flap T throughout. Out. Remember
Throughout.
the throughout.
Throughout.
So we
Throughout.
almost finish. We almost finish that T, but we
Throughout.
don't. Throughout.
Throughout. Throughout.
Good.
Throughout. Mm-hmm.
Your life.
Your life. Your life. Your life.
Your life.
Your
Huh?
life. Yeah, it's this
Yeah,
your life. You have to say
your life.
throughout your
And you
life.
might, because it's about you have to
Mm-hmm.
save throughout your life. I mean,
Yeah.
the topic is about saving, but if you said your in this example,
Mm-hmm.
it's talking about you. So it would be okay if you said your there also.
Mm-hmm.
But that one could go either way, your life or your life. That one would be okay. Yeah.
May I ask whether there is some in which words should we pronounce that last T, and in which we should,
Mm.
for example, like get, we need to pronounce this last T, and in throughout we don't need.
Well, throughout we don't because the next sound is kind of a hard vowel sound throughout your life. So we have the
Uh,
sound
yeah.
throughout your life.
Uh-huh.
If you're in there, that would just be too much work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So unfortunately, fortunately,
Unfortunately,
good. You got that one down. You got that one excellent.
unfortunately,
Okay. You don't
mhm,
get.
you don't
See, the
get.
T is too much. Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
T and don't is just way too hard
Um,
to say because the next is a consonant.
yeah, yeah, you don't get
Don't get. Any money from the government.
any
It's almost
money
like you're
from
saying,
uh-huh.
yeah, it's a government.
Government, 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 government.
Because government is at the end of the sentence, it would be okay to say the letter T. You could do that one either way. But I
Mm-hmm.
actually dropped the T. I just my N blends into the T. So, which is weird, I know. Okay, so I'll say the word government for you. Okay,
Uh-huh.
right here. See my mouth?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah.
E. All right. Government.
Government,
Government.
government,
Yeah.
government,
And so
government.
I'm hanging on to that
Mm-hmm.
NT a little, just tiny bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Government.
Government.
And I'm giving it the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Government.
Government, government.
Yeah. So it's not okay. Listen to yourself. It's not government.
Mm-hmm.
That would be government. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's that's not quite. So with your hand here on your throat, uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, uh,
Uh,
uh,
uh,
uh,
uh, uh.
government,
Government,
government.
government, government,
Yeah. So it's almost
government,
a sound.
uh,
Government.
government,
Yeah.
government, government. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, that's a hard word. Government.
Yes,
Mint.
it's easy.
If you can't quite get it right at the end of a word, at the last word in a sentence, go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and pronounce a soft T. Government. Or
Government.
take your T, instead of making it really hard, pull your tongue back just a little bit. Let's try that. Government. See how my tongue is going?
Government,
Uh, There you go. Government.
government.
So it's
Uh-huh.
like I have the N, it slides
Mm-hmm.
into the T,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't do the little puff of air
Mm-hmm.
like you do on a T.
Mm-hmm.
So my N slides
Government.
into the T,
Uh-huh.
government, and it's just a little blip,
Uh-huh.
government,
Gov-
government.
government,
That
government.
was good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Okay, back on
Uh-huh.
your video.
Uh-huh.
That was
Uh,
very good. Excellent. Check
Video or
that off the list.
text? I'm messed up.
Hmm?
A video, back to video or text the questions. Could you repeat, please?
I
Yeah.
was just on your name on the screen so you can watch
Ah, yeah,
yourself.
yeah, I
That's
got
what
it.
I was saying. Yeah. No, no,
I
that's
got it.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Excuse me. Number 2, we have the ord. ord sound. Afford. I'm not
Afford.
saying afford.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying afford. Mm, afford.
Really? Even this
Yeah.
word. Afford.
So ORD, afford.
Afford.
That's like a flap
Afford.
D. Afford. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Afford.
something? Notice I'm not saying what is. I'm saying would. What
What is?
is? And I'll write
Uh-huh.
that for you.
Uh-huh.
What is becomes what
What is?
is, like the letter
What
Z.
is?
What is?
What
Mhm.
is? Uh-huh. What is? What is? What
Yes.
is?
What is something
What is something
mhm, you cannot?
you cannot? You don't pronounce T, right?
Okay.
Or
That's
you
right.
pronounce.
That's right. You
Yeah.
cannot.
You cannot.
You cannot
You cannot
afford.
afford. Oh, I should
Notice
practice
because
this.
the
Yeah, this.
yeah, because we have the and uh
Uh-huh.
becomes uh uh
Uh,
uh.
oh, could you please
Okay.
repeat? Yeah.
That's okay. We're going nice. And it's just better to go this way. Yeah, it's more enjoyable anyway. Okay, so that's okay. What is something
What is something
you cannot
you cannot
afford?
afford? Uh,
Very good.
I feel this desire to say do afford. Do. It's like something that I wanted to say, but I can't, and it disappears from my mouth.
It's the vanishing D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now let's cluster cannot afford now.
Sorry. Could you please repeat?
Cannot afford now.
You're not. You're not. Mm-hmm. You're not
Cannot,
afford.
cannot.
Cannot afford now. Cannot
Very good.
afford now.
You're doing
Yeah.
so much better.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm proud of
but
you.
I need to not to memorize, to learn this, not to say, not to pronounce the sounds during reading the text during. Oh,
Sure, sure.
during, yeah, during
Well,
reading.
yeah, yeah. So as part of your homework, you'll be reading these in front of the mirror
Mm-hmm.
and or in front of your computer if you
Mm-hmm.
can or cell phone
Mm-hmm.
to record yourself and
Yeah.
that way and play it back. Play it
Mm-hmm.
back so you can watch yourself and
Mm-hmm.
see where you need to improve.
Mm-hmm.
That's really important.
Yeah, because after our classes, I forget quickly everything we learned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know. So that's why practice every day, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. And so, let's see. What is something you cannot afford?
What is something you cannot afford? Not
Very good. I
afford.
liked your or. That was a good or.
Oh.
Mhm.
Uh,
I see now that you're thinking about it, you were slipping back into your old ways. I shouldn't tell you you're a good girl. Okay, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Mhm, mhm,
Let me get back to the text.
mhm.
Okay. See, I do that too. I talk all day and I have to stretch my mouth and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. What is something you cannot afford? Cannot afford now. Cannot afford. Nada. Something you cannot afford. What is
Cannot,
something you cannot afford now? Notice I'm saying cannot afford. Cannot afford now.
cannot afford now. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
But notice how my voice goes, but
Mhm. But. Uh-huh. But.
So let's do a little bit on tone. I don't want to stress too much about tone and melody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you listen carefully, you'll hear, and I think you mentioned it last time, how my
Mm-hmm.
voice will go up and down on
Yeah. Yeah.
certain words.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
That's
is
it.
one of them. The word
Uh-huh.
but is one of them. So I'm going,
Oh.
but, but.
But. But. But.
Oh, that's a question.
But.
Okay. That's a hard one, huh? Okay. So, but. Let's do it with your
But.
hand. With your hand. Let me see your
Just
hand.
a second. Yeah, I'm here.
Where's but,
But.
but.
But. But.
Good. But
But.
you're
But.
going down and up,
But.
going down and up. Yeah. But
But. But.
no, this is but. We want to start up here. We want to start up here.
Uh-huh.
But,
But.
but,
But. But. And when should we pronounce
but. Yeah.
but? Well, we don't
Good.
pronounce
That was
T.
perfect. That was perfect. Yeah. Yeah. But
But
okay.
it's
Let's not.
oh, sorry, it's T like from here T, but we don't pronounce it.
But
But
that's just like cannot. Yeah, it's like cannot. Mm-hmm.
but but
Oh no, that's but. You're doing this. We want to start
uh,
up here, go down, and then like halfway
but
up. But.
but
Mm-hmm.
not sorry, but oh T, but
But.
but but but
Okay. Now slow down. Let's try it with your again,
your your your
your. Notice I didn't say
yeah
your,
your your
Y-O-R. Try it with your eyes closed, hand going, starting high,
mm-hmm.
and okay, no sound. I just want you to feel where your hand is. Pull your hand down, and then pull your hand halfway up, like to your eyes. There you go. Up high, above your head. Ba,
Ah,
ba,
but but
but.
but
That was perfect. Yes.
it seems
Yes.
like
Yes.
music lessons.
It kind of is.
But
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Ah, la 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 la. Okay. I want to go back to the word cannot. By
cannot.
itself, but yeah, by itself I have the flap T, the stop T. But when I'm connecting it with afford, because the next
Mm-hmm.
one's a vowel,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying cannot afford. Cannot.
Cannot
So that
afford.
T becomes a very, very soft, soft, soft D. Cannot afford. So I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to make that correction on that one.
Uh-huh. What is
So
something cannot afford?
so let's
How?
do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I said I cannot do it, I cannot do it, then I would not necessarily pronounce the T. I cannot do it.
Mm-hmm. I
But if
cannot
I
do it.
said
Mm-hmm.
I cannot afford it, then it becomes Canada. I cannot afford it.
I cannot afford it. Cannot afford.
Mm-hmm.
And how
And
do you
then I cannot
pronounce?
do it. Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce the ending of afford? afford, and
Afford.
then
Afford.
and then
That's your word.
or
Afford it. Afford it.
afford.
So
So
the D carries to the T. Afford it.
afford it. I cannot
Mhm.
afford it.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
everything soft D, right? I cannot
Oh,
afford.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Uh-huh.
Mm. Let's take a little breather. Tell me, please, what have you learned in your acting classes this
In
past
action
week?
classes.
Uh-huh.
So last Tuesday, Tuesday, we had a performance. We
Mm-hmm.
prepared,
Oh,
yeah, and we had I think 15 or 20 sets or plays, short stories.
oh, wow.
I don't know how to say it correct. So Sergey and I, we in our first set we played parrots, two parrots.
Yeah.
Even with the sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Then we played. Oh, oh, I forgot the name for this. Sorry. Then we pretended that we were a big wardrobe with clothes there in it. I was a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
dress, and Sergey was a t-shirt, a smart t-shirt, and we had I think it was um, some sweatshirt and something else. And then we
Hmm.
played a train. I was a seller of some unnecessary goods. Sergey had a wife in that play. He had another wife, not me.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was okay. They were arguing and shouting at each other all the time. I didn't want
Oh,
even
arguing. Arguing.
arguing,
Okay.
arguing. I didn't want
Mm-hmm.
even to stand by them. Yeah. And it was a play um, about the time and anything that is happening in the train. So passengers, it was like an underground train or some suburb train. So
Mm-hmm.
passengers just go in and go out at the stations. So there is a seller of some things. It was me. There were Sergey and his wife, and they were going to their cottage or to their small house somewhere in the suburbs. There was a girl. She was pregnant, and of course,
Oh.
she was. After riding a train, she became sick, and all the passengers helped her. But it was a play, nothing serious. So we just
Mhm.
play this. There was also a man who asked our tickets. I don't know how to say it in English. The special guys who ask for tickets, for train tickets. Uh,
Oh, I don't know. Train master, I guess. I'm not sure.
yeah, maybe they just go from
Mhm.
wagon to wagon and ask for tickets, and they can
Mhm.
take you out if you don't have a ticket. Yeah, it was good. Of course, we were nervous all the time, and it was very fast, one set after another, and we need to make a special set of chairs, table, and all decorations we needed. But we made
Mhm.
a video recorder, a video, and it was really cool. We watched afterwards with Sergey, and yeah, it was very cool. It was so fast, all these decorations, changings, but it was cool.
Mhm. Good. Good. Well, very good. Okay. Let's take our 10-minute break. and then we'll continue
Mhm.
back.
Okay.
How to relax your face, get some
Yeah.
hot tea or
Yeah. Try.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you in
Yes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye.